Good evening, friends. I welcome you all in our session of Soul Journey, third day, sixth edition. Myself is Dr. Ritu Agarwal, spiritual psychologist, energy healer, and co-founder of the Healing Hands from Guwahati. दोस्तों, ये सीरीज हमने स्टार्ट करी है आप सभी को ये बताने के लिए कि आत्मा की यात्रा क्या होती है। आत्मा अनेकों रूप से कार्य करती है, हर तरह तरह से हमारा सपोर्ट करती है। मरने के बाद ये आत्मा का क्या होता है, कहाँ जाती है ये आत्मा, फिर वापस हमारा जन्म क्यों होता है, क्यों आते हैं बार बार इस धरती में, अलग अलग रूप लेकर, अलग अलग नाम लेकर, अलग अलग शहरों में, कंट्रीज में, और फिर हमारे माता पिता जो हम चुनते हैं, नाम भी हम चुनते हैं, सब कुछ का चुनाव हमारा होता है। तो ऐसी बहुत सारी बातें हैं जो हमें सोल जर्नी के द्वारा हम आप तक पहुंचाने की कोशिश करेंगे। तो आज का विषय हमारा है लाइफ आफ्टर डेथ, यानी कि मरने के बाद क्या होता है। हमारे मन में अक्सर ये है बस मर गए, शांति मिल गई, मोक्ष मिल गया और सारी झंझटें खत्म। दोस्तों, ऐसा नहीं है। इसके बाद भी और एक दुनिया है। वो दुनिया कैसे कार्य करती है, क्या होता है उस दुनिया में, ऐसी कई चीज़ों के बारे में आज हमें इंद्रानी कृष्णा मोहन बताएंगी, जो आंध्र प्रदेश से हमारे बीच आई हैं। इंद्रानी कंप्यूटर साइंस इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट है। उन्होंने क्वांटम लाइफ यूनिवर्सिटी में डॉक्टर न्यूटन एंड लक्ष्मी मैम से काफ़ी सारे कोर्सेज किए हैं, जिसमें इनर चाइल्ड, ब्रेथ वर्क, फैमिली कॉन्स्टलेशन, लाइफ बिटवीन लाइव्स, पास्ट लाइफ रिग्रेशंस, ऐसे सारे सर्टिफाइड कोर्स उन्होंने कंप्लीट किया है और इसके द्वारा वे बहुत लोगों की मदद कर रही हैं। ये हमारा सौभाग्य है कि आज हमको उनके द्वारा लाइफ आफ्टर डेथ जैसे टॉपिक के बारे में विस्तार रूप से जानकारी मिलेगी। तो दोस्तों, हमारे साथ जुड़े रहिए। कोई भी आपके सवाल है, सेशन के एंड में आप लाइव चैट में क्वेश्चंस करके उनसे पूछ सकते हैं। तो आई वेलकम इंद्रानी।
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rituji. Thank you. It's an honor for me to be here with you to share my experiences and my wisdom with all of you. Pranams to everyone. My name is Indrani Krishna Mohan. It was such a beautiful welcome for me. And today my topic is all about life after death. So I want to share my PPT also. Yes. So before I go into this topic, I want to thank my gurus, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji and Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi. Because of them, I'm here in front of you saying all the things, sharing the wisdom with you. It was really such a wonderful thing for me to be in front of you. And I have learned this wisdom, which I'm going to share my topic, life after death, from the sessions which I have attended from Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi from Quantum Life University. The topic which I'm going to share is all about the workshop which I have done from them, named Life Between Lives. So where I have experienced what happens, what is death, what can we learn from death, what happens after death, where do we go? Do you think if we die here, that's it? Our journey ends? Is there anything after death? What do we do? What happens after death? So I'm going to share all those things with you, and I have gained so much of wisdom, so much of knowledge, many practical things from this Quantum Life University, and you can also go there, visit there, and attend such a wonderful program named Soul Coach, which will be free of cost, and it will be a 20 days seminar kind of sessions going on, and the first semester will be starting from February 5th to February 14th. So I hope if you are aware of it, you can go and attend and see how your life changes also. So I so much of gratitude for my gurus. Because of them I'm here, and I hope you can gain that much of wisdom from them and change your life too. So coming to the topic, life after death. So we have many things. We have many. So we have, when we listen about this death, there is something, just we don't know, we feel so scared, or sometimes we feel, yeah, come on death, I want to face you. We just feel these kinds of things when we listen about death. We feel scared, we fear of death. So we fear, instead of living this present moment, we fear what happens if I die, how I die, what do what will happen if I die. So there are many questions raised for on this topic, what happens after death. So before coming to this, do you have a question that why do we need to know about this life after death? We are just living in this life. We are continuing our life. Is it necessary for us to know about this life after death? And is there any life after this death too? We are living our lives, right? So is there any life rather than this? We have many questions about this topic, and it is very much necessary to learn about this, to know about what happens if we die. If you have this question, if you want to know what happens, I think you are right. You are here to know all about these things. So, death is something very beautiful. We know that we sometimes, some members know that there is life after death, but some people feel that this life is enough. This is the life, there is nothing after this. So there is nothing after death. But let me tell you, there is so much of life after death. This is just a part of our soul journey which we are taking. We are here, we are souls which are experiencing this human journey. We are not human beings experiencing soul journey. We are souls experiencing the human journey. We have to remember this thing. We are not just this physical bodies living on this planet Earth. We are much more than that. That what death tells us. The soul is immortal. The death is only for this physical body, not for our soul. This is what the Rituji, the healing hands, is doing to show that, to experience, to make people know that the soul is immortal. There is much more beyond this physical life. There is much more beyond this physical journey. We have this soul journey where we gain wisdom, where we know many things, where we explore, experiment, and know many things and evolve to reach to that state called Parabrahma. So, this topic, the death, is all about the death of this physical body, the death of life on this planet Earth, end of life from this planet Earth, and begins a new journey named our soul journey. Our soul journey always continues. We take different births to experience this human life. So there is life after death. We have to know that. So why is this necessary? Even though we don't know about this, we are going to die. Is it necessary that we have to know about this topic right at this present moment? Many have this kind of questions. Yes, it is necessary to know about this topic, what happens after death. Because let me give you an example. So, if you are going to plan for your higher studies after completing your engineering or something, or if you want to plan for a job, if you want to go for any other countries or some other place, what do? You plan something. You plan what happens there, what are the places which I have to go, what are the places which are very beautiful. So you know all about these things, and you check out all those visas or any booking agencies or traveling agencies. You go through all of these things, right? Or otherwise you just go there, go sit in an airport, and you just want to fly to another country, or you just want to go to another place. Will it happen? It will be a very troublesome process, right? So what do? We basically, if we want to go somewhere, we check the details. We know everything. We want to know everything about what's going to happen there and what we are doing there. We plan everything, right? If we don't know, it will be a so troublesome process, right? That's why this life after death is also necessary to know what happens after we die. If we know what happens, we basically very beautifully emerge from this physical body and we explore, we evolve from this physical plane to the spiritual plane. That what happens if we know about life after death. If we don't know, even though we die, we will be stuck in the situation whether this is the truth, that this physical plane is the truth, and there is nothing more than that. So it is really necessary to know all about these things about death, what happens if we die, what happens, where do we go? Are there anyone who are like us, who die and who again meet there, who again do things there? Is there anything that we are doing? So we have to know everything about this. And when we speak of death, before we go into this topic of what will be the life after death, so let us know what can death teach us. What do the death teach? The death is nothing but the end of this physical body and where the spiritual journey starts again. So the death is always remembering that, it always remembers us to know that we are immortal beings, we are soul beings. It also teaches us to be in this present moment. This life is so wonderful, where we choose to live on this planet Earth, where we choose everything which is going on around us to live right at this present moment, to live fully right at this present moment, because we either live in the past or we either live in the future. But basically, this present moment is the one which is creating our own reality. So rather than being in the past, worrying about all the things which have been done, or remembering the things which have been happened, or thinking about the future, worrying about the future, what is going to happen, how will I live my life? Rather than thinking about the past or about the future, we have this present moment, right? This beautiful, wonderful moment, this present moment where we are creating our reality, where we are creating our future. Why can't we live in this present moment, not thinking about the past or future? So this death teach us how life is wonderful, how important this life is. What can we do with our life rather than making our life so worried or so happy? It's all our choice how we live our life. So it teaches us to be in this present moment, enjoy this present moment, whatever the situations are there. Enjoy those, whatever it might be. If you are experiencing something sad, enjoy that. Learn something from that. Everything, each and everything in this life which we are going through teaches something very beautiful. Even though it's a sad situation, it teaches us a very wonderful tool which can help our soul to evolve. If it is a happy situation, be more present in that. Be enjoy yourself, enjoy that happiness, enjoy that happy moment. If you're sad, know that it is here to teach you something wonderful. So this is what death teaches. It teaches us many things. Whenever there is death in our surroundings, whenever we see death, it's all about remembering us to be in this present moment, to know your purpose of life. We are all here, not just because we are here to chill our lives. We have a purpose. Know the purpose. What is your purpose of life? Why are you here? Why are you here? We are here to learn something, to experience something, to explore something. What is your purpose of life? So it always remembers us, death always remembers us to be in aligned with your purpose of life. Know your purpose of life. Why are you here? Most of the people, without knowing this wisdom, Without knowing that they are here for a purpose, they are wasting many lifetimes. Because when we come here, we forget all of those things about our soul plan and everything. Very few of us will remember this. Those who are in spiritual path, those who are meditating. So no, this death always remembers us to know your purpose of life. Be aligned with your purpose of life. What is your purpose of life? To be in a loved space, to show your unconditional love, to spread your wisdom, to spread this meditation, to learn something very beautiful. Each time, everything every time we come here, we come with a purpose. What is your purpose right at this present moment? What is your purpose for this life? Always remember, always question yourself, what is my purpose? Why am I here? What do I have to learn? What can I teach people? What can I say to other people? How do I have to live my life? Do I have to live my life in a very beautiful way or in a sad way? Question yourself, what is your purpose? It always remembers us, the death always remembers us to live, to be aligned with our purpose, to live in a way of our purpose. And also one of the most important thing is death. So we know, so we face everything. We face our family, we face our society. There are many issues which are going on around us. Sometimes we feel sad about it. Sometimes we have many feelings, we have many emotions from of our society, of our family, of our relationships, and we have to learn to let go. Death is all about letting go of this physical body. It also teaches us to let go of things which are not needed in our life. For example, if someone hurts you, there that moment you might be hurt, but if you are not letting go of that moment, if you are going to carry that moment each and every second in your life, you are taking the same hurt right at this present moment every time you remember. For example, if you are going to hold a glass of water for some time, it will be okay. You are holding the glass of water for more than 1 day or 2 days, more than 1 month or a year, what happens to your hand if you are holding a glass of water? The glass of water is the same, but the duration of how much time you hold is different. The more time you hold, the more the more pain you get, right? If you take the glass of water and put it aside, you let go of that, what happens? You feel free. You feel, wow, wonderful, right? The same thing. There are some memories for us which might hurt, which might bring so many sad emotions in us. There are many things in our life which might going on where we feel not good. But that times, if we are going to hold it, that brings us so much of pain. But instead, if we choose to let go of those, if we choose to let go, forgive, and let it be the past, and if you enjoy right at this present moment, how good it will be. There are many people who have hurt you, who have made you sad, who made many things to you, but if you choose to let go, you are letting go the other person and also the memories, and you are going to gain so much of wisdom from this universe. You are going to grab the happiness from this universe if you are letting go. Because every person, each and every person who are there in our life are the ones which we choose. Every person, each and every person who are there in our life are the ones who we choose. So it's us who are creating our reality, not them. It's not them who are hurting us, it's us who are making ourselves to hurt. So if you choose to let go, then the miracles happen. If you choose to forgive them who made you sad and offer your forgiveness if you have done anything to others, then you are free. You're not you're not tied with them. You're free to move, you're free to be yourself. So that also teach us to let go, because this life, this beautiful life, there are many things to explore, there are many things which we can go through. If we choose not to forgive, it's us who are in pain. It's us who make our lives to suffer, not them. So what do you choose? To let go, or hold those memories which are hurting you, which hold those memories of past? It's your choice. It's always a choice whether to let go or not, whether to be aligned with your purpose or not, whether to be in this present moment or not. It's us who can choose our life to be. What do you choose now? It's all for you. So it's all about you. What do you choose and what do you think about yourself? So it also, there are many things. So why hold grudge on others? Why hold anger on others? We have this beautiful life. We don't know when the death comes. When the death comes, you think, you remember all those sad memories and you feel like, oh, why have I done like this? I have forgiven them before. Right now we might be very happy, we might be very good colleagues, we might be in a very good relationship. Why did I become angry on that person? Why did I curse them? Why did I do like this? Instead of thinking all these things, instead of thinking all these sad feelings, sad emotions, sad memories, right at the moment of death, why can't we live our life happily? Why can't we choose the path of love? It's us who have to choose. Instead of regretting at the death, when the death comes, why can't we choose to live very beautiful life, to choose the path of love, to shower that unconditional love for ourselves and also for the society and also for this mother earth. So it always teaches, the death always teaches how important a life is, how valuable a life is. So there are many things that death teaches. So what do you think when you see death, when you experience this kind of things in your society or in your surroundings, there is something deep within you is shaken. That happened for me when my grandmother died a few months back. Something in every one of us was shaken. It has made us to remember who we are again. We forget who we are. It remembers, the death always remembers us who we are. We are that immortal beings having this experience on this planet Earth, having this experience of human life. Instead of living in the past, live in this present moment. Instead of worrying about the future, live in this present moment. So there are many things that death teaches. I hope you can understand how death is so important. And when it comes to death experiences, we might have seen many kinds of death. There are different kinds of death. What happens if we die? So normally the our soul comes out of our body and the silver cord is cut. That's what we say. When the silver cord is cut, then we are declared as death. So there are many different kinds of death. So we might think that before going into this different kinds of deaths, so let me tell you. So if we are going to die, how if you're going to born, how we were prepared in our mother womb for 9 months, even before the death, we are prepared before 9 months. We are prepared subconsciously that we are going to die. If you have recalled your memories, if you have memories of your dead people in your life, if you recall something, you might have heard some of these words like, I don't know if I meet you again or not. I don't know if I can visit this place again or not. So there are these kinds of death sentences where they say that I don't know if I'm going to meet, or whether I don't know if I'm going to say these words to you or not. There are these kinds of sentences which they say unconsciously. So it's all about before we die, this is something very beautiful going on in our subconscious mind. Unconsciously, subconsciously, we are already prepared of our own death. Do you know this? Yeah, it's really true. We are already being prepared of our own death, but we don't know that. If you are a meditator and if you know about the spiritual journey, if you are aware of your soul journey, then you might have known about this experience that you know when you are going to die. There are many people, there are many meditators who say that they are going to die right at this present moment. So they know when the death comes. The death is very beautiful experience which is very wonderful. Death is so beautiful. We always fear of this death. Death is so violent. Oh no, I'm going to die. We feel like that, but meditators who are in a spiritual path, death is something very beautiful for them. I hope every one of you who are watching this, I hope you understand how beautiful the death is. It's so wonderful. The death is so beautiful. Coming out of the spiritual, coming out of this physical body and continuing our soul journey. So when it comes to different types of death experiences, we can see natural deaths where they die in sleep or very naturally they die. Some are heart attacks because of some medical conditions they die. Some are accidents, suicides, and like this kinds of deaths. So when it comes to natural death, it's all about they know whether it's accidents, whether it's everything natural death or because of the medical failure, because of medical things, because of the disease, whatever it might be, it's all known subconsciously. They are very well prepared before they were they are going to die. So suicides, when it comes to suicides, it's not natural. We have to understand this. Suicides are something which is very, very not good. When it comes to accidents, it's actually a planned one. Accidents, we feel that there are sudden accidents which happen, they die on the spot, and we feel like it's all happened so sudden, but it's not so sudden. It's actually a 9-month process which is going on where the soul chooses it has to die like this. The soul chooses to die in accidents or naturally or because of some diseases or because of some accidents. The soul chooses all of this. It explores even in death. But suicides, they are not natural. They are nowhere they are so natural. Suicides are we are destroying our own life. Suicide is something that we should not do. We have heard about many suicides. We have heard many people take their own life, but that should not be done. That's not the right way to end our life. No one has the right to take other life or our life too. Why do we protest non-vegetarianism? Because there we are killing someone's life. Killing other life, taking out other life is nowhere natural. It's not the best way. That should not be done. That's not truth. We have no right to do that. Taking others' life, even our life too. We have our own natural life. All the situations which we have been going through, it's all created by us. Everything. So we have that power. When we have some situations, when we face some situations, know that we have the power to tackle that situations. Otherwise, we can't receive those kinds of situations only because we can understand it, we can tackle it, we can do that. That's why those are in our life. Otherwise, we are nowhere from that. whatever the situations that are happening in your life, it's all for our own good. Know that, understand that it's all for our own good, and it is going to teach us something very beautiful which helps us to evolve. Suicide is not a natural thing. We have no right to take our own life. It has to be natural. And when we talk about all these death experiences, we have to accept that when someone are going to die in us, or when someone are going to die from our family or from our surroundings, we have to accept that. We have to let go of them too, because if we are not going to let go of them who are died, for example, it might be in your family members or it might be in your close friend circle, we have to let go of them. If you're going to think about them, if you're going to cry for them, it's all making others to not evolve in their journey. It's making others to stop their journey. We are not helping them by remembering them, by crying for them, by making us so sad. We have to happily accept them, accept the situations where they are in. We have to accept that death and we have to let go of that. We have to keep them instead of crying for them, instead of all these things. We have to hold their place in our heart. We have to give place for them in our heart, that they are always here, that they are always connected. When you know this thing, that we are an immortal beings, we are always connected in this universe, then why we are feeling so sad? At first we might feel, but we have to come out of that too. We have to accept them. We have to give place for them in our heart. That's what we can do for them. That's how they evolve too. We have this fear that what happens for us if our close one are not by our side. We have this fear of losing someone we love. Because of that fear, we are doing everything. We fear for death. That when we listen about death, instead of our own death, we feel for others. What happens if they die? How do I live? I can't live my life. We always fear of losing our loved ones. Know this, that they are not going anywhere. They are always connected for ourselves. They are always connected with us. We can communicate with them. We can know more about life after death through them. It will be such a beautiful chance to know what happens after death too. So we have to know that we have to accept their fate as it is, and we have to let go of them too. So this was such a beautiful understanding which we can have about this death. So actually, after we die, there when it comes to, we have different souls, have different levels. Everyone are in different soul levels. If we are a child soul, if we are a young soul, we feel so attached to this planet earth, and we feel that we are not moving away from this physical body. So we actually don't feel to move from this. We actually don't feel to go away from this physical body to know about the spiritual world. But if you are an evolved soul, if you are an old soul, then you know what happens after your death. How will the soul and how what is the soul journey, and what happens after death. So you can easily disconnect with this planet Earth, and you can continue a journey. And also we have in this death experiences, we also have this near death experience where someone who are died reconnect to this physical body and they leave our life. There are many people who experience this near death experience. So they die, they are declared died for an hour, after they are declared died, but after an hour, after a few minutes, even after a day, some people come out, their soul enters their body and the silver cord was connected, and they come into this life because they feel that whoever are having this near death experience, they feel that there is something which they have to do. If we there is a strong intent within us that we have to experience this journey, we have to do many things in our life, there is something which I can do, then we can prolong our death too. We can come back to this physical life and we can continue our physical experience in this body. It's our choice to even prolong our death. It's our choice. There are many masters in Himalayas where they know about this death, that soul is immortal. There are many human beings which are living for 1,000 years, 10,000 years. They choose to live in this physical body. It's their wish. If we wish to live so much, so many years, it's our choice even to prolong our death. But do you choose to? That's the question. So it's this life, this human life is really such a wonderful thing that we have experienced in this soul journey. So cherish this human life. Be happy with your life. So make your life so beautiful. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life with a purpose. So this happens everything, even though life and death, that our life after death is also so beautiful. It's our choice what to choose. So when we come out of our body, as I said, the young souls or the child souls, they can't they can't connect directly to the spiritual world, to the to the higher dimensions. They need some time. They need some guidance from the masters. So we everyone has this two guided masters. We call, as you can call them as astral masters, or you can call them as guided masters. So we every person, each and every soul has these two guided masters where they help. They make the soul to understand that this is a human life. This is not real. The spiritual life, your soul, who you are now, is reality. They make them to realize who they are, and they make them to come with them. They guide them what has to be done, where we are going. They take us to those soul level. They take us to those dimensions. And after death, we might have experienced many things. We will be roaming all around our house or our family members, which we want to see at the last time, or we can go to many places. And when it comes to suicides, so they are nowhere to go to enter into the spiritual world, to enter into the spiritual realm, because suicides are not the right thing. As I said, we have no right to kill others or kill our to destroy our lives. So they all will be in this earth realm where they can't even enter their body, or they can't go into the higher dimensions. When the time comes, again the astral master, with the help of the guided masters, they go to the other dimensions, they follow them. So it's all about everyone. It makes us remember that we are the eternal beings. So there are many people who can help us. So our astral masters will be helping us, they will be guiding us through all our soul journey. And what happens, we can say that we have learned that there are soul stations where like when we want to go from one place to other place, we'll be having some stations, right? So we have this kind of soul stations where we stop at one station. So, what are the soul stations? So, let us know about what happens. This is all about the whatever which I have said up to now. It's all about what happens in the earth realm, what happens after we die from the earth. Now we have entered to the soul stations. So, let me explain what are the soul stations. Soul stations are like the stops where they stop. These stations are the stops where we experience. So let me share with you what are the soul stations. The first soul station is a gateway. So the gateway where when we come from this earth plane, so we were entered through a gateway. These experiences are said by someone who was these were all noted experiences. These are not, I'm not just telling this likewise. These are all experienced people. These are all many therapists and many researchers have been done, and they have given this things, everything, and also I have also experienced this in the sessions from Life Between Lives. So the first thing is gateway. So there will be a big gateway where we, many people, our friends, and our friends who are died, or our pet animals who are very close to us, they come and they meet us. The astral masters which are there with us, they guide us through the soul stations. Everyone who are very well close to us, they meet at this souls, at this gateway. So we pass this gateway. This first station is the gateway where we pass through this gateway. We enter into the spiritual world. We start this journey as a soul again. So there we meet all our friends or everyone who are very close to us. They come us like how if we move somewhere and if we come home again, how your parents and how your family members treat you, like likewise they will come and they will take you there into your family, into your soul journey. And the second soul station is before that. So this there are healing chambers where, some deaths are not very natural, some deaths are very traumatic, like some, for example, some being fire accidents, or someone being accused, or someone being raped, or there will be some traumatic experience where there are someone are very much beaten. This experience, the soul will be very traumatized. The soul has no energy. There will be, even though the soul has come out of this physical body, the soul is very much traumatized. There are these healing chambers where we heal ourselves. The soul is healed. Whenever it wants to move out of this healing chambers, then the soul can continue their journey. It's all our wish to continue our journey, where we go, where we stop, how much time we spend, even in the earth plane or in our soul stations. It's all about us, how much time we spend there. Healing chambers are something very beautiful, so energetic. They heal. There, everything was there are no physical forms. Everyone are a soul. There are only light beings. There are only vibrations transmitting to each other. So the healing chambers, which consists of huge energies, they heal our soul. And then when we decided to move, then we go to other station. The second one is orientation room. This is something very beautiful. In this orientation room, we are shown a trailer. What happens in trailer? You know what the trailer is all about? It's all about you. It's all about us. So what have you done in this lifetime? So what have you done right from your born? What are the chances where you can evolve? What are the opportunities you have in your life? Where you have utilized these opportunities? Where you have missed your opportunities? What did you do to others? What others have done to you? Did you make any good things or did you make any bad things? Any karmas? Any good karma or bad karma? What happened in your life? The trailer is all about this lifetime. What have you done? And there in this orientation room, the guided masters are there always with us, and they show everything for us, what is happened. And again, in this orientation room, if we have made others to suffer, if we have hurt for others, if we have created pain for others, we will be sharing all those things. We will be experiencing all those pain for ourselves. This orientation room is all about you, the trailer, how we have continued your life. And the next soul station, very, this is the third soul station is your soul group, or we can call it a soul family. Like how our family meet, how What happens if our all family members gather? We share our things with them. We say many things. What happened? Where are we? What do we learn? What are we doing? Right? What happens if after a long time we are meeting our family members? This happens the same. Each one of us have a soul group, and each soul group is have some particular duties to occur, attend. So each soul, like how we have a purpose to our soul, our each and every soul group also has a purpose, and each and every soul group is always guided by some masters too. Like how we evolve for ourselves, likewise each one of us evolve, and there our soul group also evolves. Like for me, my soul group is all about, connecting the people according to their karmic relationships. According to the karma, we connect the people, we make others, we help others to connect and be born in this planet Earth. That's what my soul group plan is about, the purpose is about. So I have known about this. Meeting the soul group is so wonderful. There are many soul group, million trillions of soul groups in this in the spiritual family. So we meet all of them. We meet our soul group. We share our things with them, and there it's not about words. Again, as I said, it's all about vibrations, and it's all about the thoughts which are transmitting. We don't need to speak there. It's all known. We are always connected to that oneness state. That will be very wonderful, connecting with the soul group and all the soul groups, and each soul group will be associated with other soul group to perform duties, to perform any actions. Like how we have many things in our earth plane, there are many things which we can explore in our soul group, and there are many libraries where we can explore, and there are many things we can do in this soul journey too. Not only in this planet Earth, we have many things to do. The same, like we have many things to do in the spiritual realm too. We have many more things to explore. We have many things that we go through also. However, we are experiencing this human life, we are doing many things in your spiritual realm. Do we say that astrally we are only taking few amount of soul energy, and we are coming into this planet Earth, and we are increasing that soul energy with our experiences from our lives. So we have the soul group. We'll be meeting our soul group, or if we wish to explore many things there, we can explore, or otherwise we can move to the other station. There are many things which we can explore in this soul journey. We can meet many other masters, we can meet many things, we can do many things, as I said. So, and again, what after this soul group, if we are okay with the to move ahead, then the next soul station is of council of elders. Like how we have court and everything where people guide us what to do next, or how people judge us what to do. So we have this council of elders where the highest dimension beings guide us what to do next. There, in this council of elders, we are shown a movie. In the orientation room, we are shown a trailer, but in this council of elders, we were shown a movie. So, what is this movie about? It's all about us again. The movie is all about our soul journey from where we start and where up to now. What happened. So they'll be showing all the karmic patterns, all the karmic relationships. What have we done? What have we learned? What has to be learned? What we have to do after this life. So basically, when we die in this earth plane, the last few things which were going on in our mind, the last few thoughts when we are died, those thoughts lay a basic foundation for our next life. That's why it is very necessary for us. That's why people say that we have to be so calm when we die. Don't we, they do many things to make us so calm. And even Tibetan masters, they actually Tibetan masters used to go to the person who are going to die, and they share about this wisdom of life after death. and they make sure they are calm, and they make sure that the last thoughts of the dead person is very good. So, in this council of elders, based on the basic thoughts of what we have when we are died, and also based on the karmic patterns or karmic relationships that we have, either we have done good or done bad, with such an unconditional love, whatever we have done, they guide us what has to be done. They show us what to be learned. Even Hitler and Gandhi are both equal to us. They shower such an unconditional love that you never imagine. Those are such an unconditional love beings. So they guide us. They show what has to be done. If you have done so many bad things, they treat you the same way as the person who has done so many good things. It's all our choice that what we can do next. If we have done many bad things, we realize that, oh my God, I have done so many things to people. I have hurt so many people. Now it's time for me to experience those bad things, to experience those pain, what I have done, to learn something, what has to be done. It's us when they show when with those unconditional love they guide us what has to be done, and they teach and they show us what can we do for our next life. There they guide. With the help of them, we move to the next station, selection process. There everyone, each and every person who are there around us, the council of elders, they guide us within such an unconditional love what has to be done. And now when the selection process comes, with the basis of our thoughts which when we are dead, and based on the karmic patterns which we have, if we want to experience something, if we want to have good in our life, or if we want to have some bad things in our life, now here we select people. We select our life where we have to born, either in a family full of miseries or in a family full of happiness. We have one purpose and we have many options to choose where we can born. For example, we have a purpose, and there are two situations where a family, this is an example where a family is there, the husband and wife will always quarrel with each other, and they are living in a hell. Those will be in India. For example, a couple in India who are going to fight forever. You are going to bond for them, or somewhere the parents are in some other country like US or somewhere, there the parents divorce each other. They are separated from each other. So where do you live? From the parents where they are continuously fighting with each other, or with the parents they have divorced and separated with each other? So our soul chooses which can be the easiest one where I can learn my purpose, where I can learn something very fastly. Or we will be deciding with I want to have so many operations in my life. I want to have so many diseases, so many challenges in my life. Every step I take, I need to have a challenge so that I can learn something from that and I can evolve very fast. So, like that, we take many things into consideration and we choose where we can evolve very better, where we can evolve very fastly. So, like this, we choose where to be born, how to be born, if I have to be white or black, and how under what conditions I have to be born. Everything, each and everything, whatever you are seeing in your life are decided by you. Your parents, your family, your husband, your wife, your children, your situations, are everything are decided by yourself. There we request each other. We request our enemies. We request our friends who we think in this physical life. We request them, and we ask them to be a part of our life. This is a mutual understanding between you and them to learn something beautiful from each other. There is a bond, there is a like contract which was written in our soul plan. that you teach me this, I teach you this. You make me suffer, then I learn unconditional love. So like this, we have some contract with other people. Now, in this present life, who you think as enemies are actually a very good spiritual friends in the soul realm, because they are the one who choose to come forward to bring difficulties to you so that you can evolve. So those are all the contracts which we do for each other. So but still we complain. This all we have to know that each and every person who are there in your life are for your own good, which are which are happening are for your own good. Your soul has decided to choose this life to evolve. For example, for in one incarnation, a wife will be torturing the husband. In the next life, they both decide that now you torture, I bear the pain. I want to experience the pain which you have done to me. So then the roles reverse. Here we have to understand that we are here to learn, to experience what has to be done in our life. So we have to learn something to break this pattern of victim and perpetrator, victim perpetrator. We have to break this pattern. How do we break this? We realize this. We realize that what has to be taught. What are the things that I have to learn from this? When we learn some things from the repeated pattern or repeated things which are happening in our life, then that disappears. Then the pattern disappears. We move out of the circle of victim and being a victim and perpetrator. So everything. So we have to each and every person who we choose, who are around us, are the one who we choose. Remember that who are the enemies in your present life are actually a very close friends in your spiritual life. That I can guarantee you, because no one dares to come and torture you, because they have to they have their own karma, right? Again, they have to realize their karma and the karmic patterns, and they have to go through all of those things. They have to realize what love is. They have to realize many things because of you, like you are realizing from them. So this is all about the selection process. And the final thing is we are born again. So at last, after we have decided, after we have gone through many things, and after we have decided that we have to live our lives very beautifully with a purpose, and by all the contracts which we have made, and we were born again. So these are the soul stations. So what happens when we born again? We enter into this physical body. Again, we go through all those things. We learn something beautiful. We make ourselves know who we are, and we make ourselves to know all those wisdom. And here sometimes we blame others that why is this happening in my life? Why are they doing this to me? We blame others, we create mess in our life if we don't have any understanding about this. But if we know that everything, now you know that everything, each and everything, whoever the people are there in your life, whoever the people you are meeting, are all decided by you. You are the one who made contract with other people. Now it's your responsibility to learn from them. Are you ready? Are you ready, friends, to learn to take responsibility for your own life instead of blaming others, instead of scolding others, instead of doing all those sort of things? Are you ready to take responsibility, to know what your purpose is, to live fully in this present moment, to live with an unconditional love towards yourself and also with others? Are you? So this is all about the death. I I think I have covered most things. So it's our choice how we live, how we learn, how we teach. It's our choice at last. It's us who are making our life beautiful or miserable. It's our choice. So what do you choose is up to you. I choose to live my life very fully with purpose, with my purpose of life, to be aligned with it, and to be happily ever after. And these are the things which I want to cover. So now we have understood many things. We have known many topics about this life after death. So why can't we meditate? So why can't we know what our purpose for this life is? Are you ready? We'll go into this meditation to know what our purpose of life is. So what are the contracts which we made for ourselves and with others around around us? So I hope everyone are in a very comfortable posture where you can close your eyes, sit in a very comfortable posture, which is very beautiful, which is very comfortable to you. I request you can close your eyes. You can remove your specs if you have. Observe your natural breathing. Observe your breath. Observe your natural breathing. Observe your inhalation, exhalation. So calm and so peaceful. Inhale and exhale. As you inhale, you are allowing yourself to relax deeply. Relax yourself deeply. You're relaxing yourself deeper and deeper. As you exhale, you are releasing all your emotions, all the stress which you are carrying in your body. Just release them as you exhale. As you inhale deeply, you are going deeper and deeper and deeper relaxation. Every body part of you is relaxed, from your head to toe. As you exhale, you are releasing all the tensions which you are holding in your body. Inhale, relax. Exhale, release. And tensions from your body. With your inhalation, you go deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper into yourself, relaxing each and every body muscle from your head to toe. Allow yourself to relax. Allow that energy to flow within you. Allow that energy to flow. This life energy which you are taking allows you to relax more and more, more and more, deeper and deeper. It allows you to relax. Inhale deeply. Relax your head. Relax your neck muscles. Relax your shoulder, your chest region, your heart, your lungs, your intestines, every abdominal part, the rib cage, everything, all the muscles around them. You can feel that complete relaxation within your body. Relax your hands. Let the energy be flow through them. Relax your abdominal areas. Relax your pelvic regions. Relax your thighs. Relax your legs, your feet, your foot. All the tips of your body, all the muscles are completely relaxed. You're completely relaxed. Now, in this relaxation, knowing that this time is unreal, you can travel anywhere if you wish to. Knowing this, allow yourself to move to your childhood. Allow yourself to be in a house where you played in your childhood, where you stayed in your childhood. Allow yourself to see that place where you were born. See the surroundings where you are, where you played happily ever after, where you are experiencing so much joy in your childhood. See yourself where you are, how you are, how many years old you are. Enjoy the view of your house or the surroundings where you are playing. Those happy moments. Feel the joy as the child. Feel that happiness. See yourself where you are. Check out the surroundings. Feel that enjoyment, feel that joy. Feel that inner child within you. Experience that joy. Wow. With this joy, with this enjoyment of your child, allow yourself to move backwards of your life, where you are in your mother's womb, where your mother is so happy for you. Now you are in your mother's womb. Feel that joy. Feel the presence of your mother. How many months old are you? Have you formed? Have your body parts formed? Feel that the consciousness which you are. Feel that conscious. You are that conscious. You are that soul being. Feel that joy. Feel your mother. You are in your mother's womb. Your mother is very happy for you. Feel that energies. You might have fully entered, your soul have fully entered into the body or might not. But you can feel everything, whatever is happening. With that joy, with that happiness of being born again, allow yourself to move backwards where you are not yet born, where you are selecting, where you are making contracts with other people. Allow yourself to move there. Know that you can do this. Know that you can see the contracts which you have made. Allow yourself to move to the place where you are selecting your purpose of life under the guidance of your masters. See there. Ask yourself, what is my purpose of life? In the selection process, in the station, you are right there in the station before you were even born. You are deciding for yourself, what is my purpose? And where do I have to be born? Know the purpose of your life, why you are here in this planet Earth. Have you choose to let go, to forgive, to love, or to share wisdom? What is your purpose? And in order to reach this purpose, we have made many contracts with our family members, with our friends. See those contracts of what you have made with your mother and father. What are the contracts which you have made for yourself? What do you learn from them? What do they learn from you? How are they helping you to reach your purpose? See the contract with your husband or with your wife. What are they teaching you and what you are going to teach them? Allow yourself to know about this. You have the right to know what is your purpose and what are the contracts which you have made. What are the contracts which you made for your children? What do they teach you? And what do you teach them? You have a clear picture of your contract. You know this. What are the contracts which you have made? You are making yourself to remember again in this meditation. You have already known it, but this is just a remembrance for yourself. What are the contracts which you made for others, your enemies or your friends? Allow yourself to know about this. Allow yourself to see these contracts, knowing the purpose of your life and how are they helping you. Remembering this, what are the contracts which you have seen? Knowing the purpose of your life, allow yourself to remember this. Allow yourself to remember these contracts, to remember the purpose of your life, and move back right at this present moment where you are living your human life. Allow yourself to come back to this present moment, remembering your purpose, remembering your contracts which you have made. Okay, friends, let us all come back to this present moment. Allow yourself to slowly come back. If you are okay, you can open your eyes by placing your hands on your eyes and with a beautiful smile, knowing that you remember your purpose, you remember your contracts. Slowly come back to this present moment. From your mother's womb, from the place you played as a child, and right now in this physical body where you are listening my words. Okay, my dear friends, I hope every one of you has gone through the steps which I have said. I hope you remember your purpose of your life and what are the soul contracts which you have made for yourself. Please take your time and come back. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much, Rituji. Thank you for the Helping Hands team. for organizing. It was really such a beautiful experience for me also. Thank you so much. You are in mute.
Yeah. Thank you, dear, for delivering such a beautiful explanation, beautiful PPT. I'm really touched by your message, in such a simplicity way. It was so easy to understand, and I never knew about this five stations segregation. Though even I have done the past life, but yes, it was maybe life between lives.
Yes.
Yeah. So I didn't knew about it. Some of the stations, although we have covered many of the thing, but yes, it's excellent. It's really superb, and many things have you have covered up with this 1 hour of sessions that people can understand ki who we are, why we have come to this earth, what is our soul plan, how this soul journey goes on. Every little thing is is upon us. We are the
Yes.
creator. And we keep on blaming to the people. It is because of them, it is because of this, or it is because of the situation, and so and on. But if you go through this, you will come to know it is only we who are responsible for everything, right from our birth till our death. Even we choose our own death, we choose our family, we choose our timing, we choose our name, we choose everybody, what we are going to do in every step of our life. So nothing is coincidence, but it is our own soul contracts. So life between lives, life after death, everything is all interconnected. You have to know when we do meditation right now, when we have done meditations, so we come to know who we are actually. After the meditations, when the mind gets relaxed, our body starts traveling, astral travel. We start doing it. We go into different dimensions. We meet the masters. We meet our soul group. There are so many things. How does it happen? When you're sitting here in one place and you can travel to many dimensions. How? Who travels? How does it happen? This is the small thing that you all have to understand. Ultimately, the most beautiful part is that is a bliss. And we forget, we get fear about the death. We have to overcome the fear of death. This is what the message we are trying to deliver from this soul journey episodes. So some of our viewers who are watching us, maybe in Hindi also, at last I would like to say you all, my dear friends, something in Hindi. दोस्तों, ये आत्मा की यात्रा अमर है और ये हमेशा से सदियों से हम सबके साथ होता आया है। हम इसको फील करते हैं ध्यान के द्वारा। जब हम गहराई में जाते हैं तो हम देखते हैं कि हम अलग अलग रियल्म्स में फील करते हैं इन सारी चीज़ों को। तो वो कैसे होता है? अल्टीमेट इज मेडिटेशन। ध्यान को अपने जीवन में ज़रूर ज़रूर अपनाइए। मृत्यु के भय से डरना बंद कर दीजिए। इंद्रानी ने बहुत सारी खूबसूरत बातें हमें आज यहाँ पे बताई हैं कि कई लोग फ्रीडम पाने के डर से या झंझटों से दूर होने के चक्कर से सुसाइड कर लेते हैं। सुसाइड करना बहुत बड़ा पाप है। दोस्तों, एक छोटे से तरीके से आप समझ लीजिए, क्योंकि इंग्लिश में उन्होंने पूरा बताया है, मैं बहुत जस्ट में आपको बताना चाहूँगी। अगर कोई आपके घर में बिना बुलाए आ जाए, तो क्या आपको अच्छा लगेगा? नहीं ना। उसी तरह से अगर हमारा समय नहीं हुआ और हम समय से पहले जानबूझकर आत्महत्या करते हैं और सोचते हैं परमात्मा के घर चले जाएं और मुक्ति मिल जाएगी, ऐसा नहीं है दोस्तों। आपने जितना जन्म, जितना समय यहाँ बिताया, हो सकता है उससे ज़्यादा अधिक समय आपको वहाँ बिताना पड़े। मतलब आप परमात्मा के घर में भी नहीं है, आप धरती में भी नहीं है, आप बीच की दुनिया में लटक रहे हैं। वो बहुत पेनफुल है। तो कभी भी ऐसी दुर्घटना करने से पहले 1000 बार सोचिए। कभी भी कैसी भी हालत हो, कभी भी सुसाइड कभी मत करिए। इट इज अ क्राइम। वो आत्मा को बहुत तकलीफ देती है। और ये आत्मा की यात्रा, जब आप इसमें और आगे बढ़ेंगे, आप और हर दिन अलग अलग मास्टर से अलग अलग चीज सुनेंगे, समझेंगे, एक्सपीरियंस करेंगे, तो आप स्वयं जान पाएंगे कि ये कितना सत्य है। जितने मास्टर्स हैं सबने एक्सपीरियंस किया है। ये कोई किताबी बातें नहीं बता रहे। हम सब ने इन सारी चीज़ों को एक्सपीरियंस करा है और तभी ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म क्रिएट कर पाए हैं। उसमें अलग अलग तरीके से हमारे कार्मिक रिलेशनशिप्स होते हैं, हमारे सोल की एवोल्यूशंस होती है, हमारे सोल मिशंस होते हैं, सोल पर्पस आज जिन्होंने बताया, बहुत कुछ है। हम सब कुछ ये जान सकते हैं अगर हम ध्यान करें तो दोस्तों, मुझे उम्मीद है कि आपको ये आत्मा की यात्रा, लाइफ आफ्टर डेथ, बहुत अच्छे से समझ में आई होगी। आप सभी बहुत अच्छे से इसके साथ कनेक्ट हुए होंगे। तो हमारे साथ हर दिन शाम को 6 बजे से 7:30 बजे तक इसी तरह से बने रहिए। अपने दोस्तों को भी इस प्रोग्राम के साथ जोड़िए। उन्हें बताइए कि ये प्रोग्राम कैसे आपको अपने आप से रूबरू कराने में मदद करेगा। Indrani, thank you so much once again for really giving a beautiful deliberations and with the beautiful PPT. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.